Technology and the internet are a very large part of day-to-day life. As a college student, I spend a lot of my time on the internet each day. I have a social media, I use online games, and like everybody else, I use the internet to do research for school, and I have to use it at work sometimes. And I never actually considered why the internet is censored or why censorship is important. But since there are so many people, both old and young, who use the internet, having something in place to protect the users is very important. Most platforms have guidelines that they follow to determine the safety of posts and comments made on posts. That is the most common form of internet censorship. And censorship is defined by the Merriam-Webster dictionary as to examine in order to suppress or delete anything considered objectionable. Internet censorship is a necessary part of the internet. Today I will cover why internet censorship is used against the spreading of offensive and hateful things, harassment and sexism, and why it is used for the general safety of the population. I would like to begin by discussing how internet censorship prevents the spreading of hateful and offensive things. The internet is censored to protect users from harmful and offensive posts that can or are intended to hurt others. Hateful and offensive content consists of rude comments, slandering statements, and remarks on topics that are illegal or anything that can cause chaos or terror. It is not limited to just typed out comments. This can include videos, photographs, and shared memes. It is not hard to find sites that the general population would find offensive or illegal. And it is very easy to access sites that contain illegal content or inappropriate content that was made to offend and hurt others. According to Potaker, the author of How Internet Censorship Affects You, there are sites that are shockingly easy to access that are dedicated to illegal acts such as sex trafficking, child pornography, illicit drugs, and much more. But it is also not just illegal acts that can be considered dangerous and should not be posted. Many online users face a big issue called cyberbullying. It happens to online influencers and everyday people. And this involves people leaving hate comments, threats, making memes that are mean and offensive, and much more to people on the internet. And internet censorship helps delete and remove those if they are reported or if they break the platform's guidelines. And since cyberbullying is so offensive and hateful, it can also lead to long-time harassment and sexism for those who endure it. So, internet censorship also helps prevent harassment and sexism on online platforms. And it's been a pandemic, really. It happens all the time, way more often than what people would think. It involves the constant belittling and berating of people online, and the world is harsh. There are a lot of people who make offensive statements about anything and everything somebody does. According to The Atlantic, though, it is the people of the LGBTQ community who suffer harassment from the internet the worst. It is way more likely for a member of the LGBT community to be harassed online than a straight white man. But online harassment can turn very dangerous. For women, the effects of online harassment can be very ugly in cases. Sometimes online harassment has resulted to it leading to the outside world and becoming very dangerous for those who face it. Situations that can be created from online harassment include stalking and or murder. Online censorship is used to defend people from those situations. It filters out the hateful comments that can be received and the negativity that will come towards most users. It is important that the people feel safe on the platforms they are using and know that the platform is designed to help them. Internet censorship is used as a safety net for internet users. Internet censorship is used to protect the general population. The goal of censorship is not to oppress users, but rather prevent them from being bullied or harassed. In the CBS video and article Speaking Frankly on Censorship, it is discussed how some people feel censorship violates our First Amendment rights. However, the platforms we use have the power to remove videos and posts, as well as comments that break guideline rules and can hurt other people. It is in the guidelines when we sign up to use our social media platforms. Many celebrities face breaking internet censorship rules all the time. This particular instance, artist Villa Joy got her music video taken down because somebody who was in the music video did not consent to have their face posted in the video. And even though we have the freedom of speech, there are stuff such as violent acts being discussed, hate comments, racial slurs, anything, and stuff about malicious acts are not covered under it. It is important that the content posted does not cause greater harm to the general population. It shouldn't be offensive. It should not involve hurting the people. It should be about the general good. And the First Amendment is there to allow people to speak freely, but only if it does not threaten or harm others. So the next time you use the internet, remember that there are guidelines there to protect you. Internet censorship is there to help prevent people from being harassed, offended, face sexism, and it is in place to protect the users who use various platforms. And that is why internet censorship is necessary.